Hey everybody, here we are at Hervey Bay Prado Hilux Extraordinaire, and I just wanted to show you while this manifold's going back on how crappy these bits of foam are. So there's a bit of foam, like insulation. What do you call that? What are those letters you used before?
NDR, like
something
noise
like
reduction.
Yeah. And it's kind of difficult to get it to sit in position once it sort of goes to pieces. You can get a new one if you want. Hey, let us know in the comments how much of that from Toyota. The bit of insulation that goes between the inlet manifold and the head. Be interesting. Could be a couple $100. Would you spend a couple $100 on an old car? You know, it's got to end somewhere. So you just sort of sit in position like that, and then kind of go like this. Give it a bit of a. That's it, and then get your nuts and bolts on, and look, it's all just sitting in position, so don't worry about it too much. Happy days. Give it a bit of a wriggle if you want to, and Bob's your uncle. Hey everybody, we had a bit of a video removing that. I don't know how much detail we gave, like it's not a big detail video, it's just a bit of yakety yak and a bit of info for you guys. At the moment, there's 6 bolts, or 4 bolts and 2 nuts technically to hold the inlet manifold on. They're all started, and it's time to nip those up. Once the manifold's on, you need to get your fuel return line back in place, your glow plug rail, there's a bit of insulation that goes under the manifold. Don't forget about that. Don't ever forget about that clamp. This one here is like the one that goes on the injector lines up top, but it goes from the dipstick to the fuel line down there. If you don't have that on there, it's a matter of time, and sometimes not too long, till that fuel line cracks. You don't want that. Split fuel line, no fuel pressure, car stops. It's going nowhere, and there's no band-aid fix for that one, like there is for a lot of other things on vehicles. You can't just bush mechanic up a fuel pipe at, what is it, 100, I don't remember how many 100,000 billion kPa. Sounds good. 160,000 kPa, 22,000 psi. So your tyre's got 40 psi, 22,000 psi. You can't just tape it up, you know. What are you doing, mate?
Talking up the inlet manifold?
Can't you just go and tighten it up by hand? Good enough?
No. We do it by the book.
I reckon you can. What's the torque spec, mate?
29 Newton meters. 29
Nm, okay, that's a good bit of info. These videos are full of info. Are you subscribed yet? I could be like these other people in videos and they go, hey, you know, can you do me a favour? It really helps our channel and all that. It doesn't cost you anything and all that. And I suppose that's all relevant. So, are you subscribed? Bada bing, bada boom, baby. Subscribe, turn the bell on. What's going on here, mate? What have I missed?
All right, intake manifolds on, torqued up to spec. Important to put on the insulation before you put the return line on, because there's 2 bolts behind there that hold the insulation there. We then put the return line on, torqued up the banjo to 21 Newton meters?
Yeah, 21 I think, yeah.
21, 29. Yeah, anyway, we've torqued up the spec.
No, 29 was the inlet manifold.
Yep.
21 on that, yeah.
And then
so you're telling me, I don't know. I believe it.
I got it out of the book, so that's right. And then we put the 2 fuel lines on at the front, the one at the rear. We put this, don't forget to put this plate on, and this stay bracket. Torque them up. We also put on the buzz bar for the glow plugs, and the wire at the back is now screwed on. So we're ready for someone's fitted.
And you just put the plate back that
I don't know, it was
you
there when I looked away and I looked back and it's there.
There
so
it is, yeah.
Putting the EGR back on that we washed out earlier.
EGR
so
cooler,
she's all clean.
So this is all washed out, is it?
Yep, all cleaned out.
Beautiful, okay.
Surprising
Beautiful.
how much came out of it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, stay tuned.
No worries. The fun part, putting the fuel pipes on.
That's it.
Tape off, plug off, straight in, and bada bing, bada boom. I was meant to video that one. I bloody missed it again. You're too quick.
We've got dinner coming.
Okay. Sounds good. Hurry up then. Let's get this out. Dinner? What time of the day is it? So you're saying if I tell you, instead of when it's really 1 o'clock, if I tell you it's 4:30, dinner's going to be ready soon. Dinner's coming. We've got to get this job done. We might have it done by 2, 3 o'clock even.
Okay.
Beautiful. I'll let you in on a little secret. There's different ways to do things here. And this one is as follows. The torque spec on the new pipes, 32 Newton meters is what has worked for us for a lot of years. On new pipes, 32. There's different procedures. You can install the pipes, torque them all up. Depends what tools you've got. But if you're using a 17mm crow's foot, depends what brand it is. Once you put on the number 1 fuel pipe, you might find it hard to get to the number 2 down at the common rail, this one here. So we're going to torque up number 2 at the common rail while making sure this pipe stays in place. You can either put the clamp on temporarily and take it off again, or you can just make sure you're holding it in while you tighten it up. And then once that's done, number one pipe can go on, and then you can go ahead and torque them all up. Bada bing, bada boom style. All right, I don't know, maybe enough chit chat in this video. We'll see what happens next. Just want to remind everyone, if you are going to purchase an injector kit or a BFE kit or any of these things from us here in Australia, please follow the Prados Hospital Facebook page. I did a post recently that showed we need one message from you after you've made your payment with all your details, name, address, full and complete, name and address for delivery, phone number, your payment amount, what it was for, your vehicle registration number, the odometer reading or approximate odometer reading. They're the sort of details we need. What vehicle it is, please include that it's a 150 Prado, what year it is, or if it's a Hilux, or if it's a 120 Prado, just what it is. Everything short and sweet. That's the final message that gives us all the details all in one, so that I don't have to go back through and look through 20 different messages and try and work out where all the details are. And please make sure you include your complete delivery address, including the postcodes. All the fuel pipes must have all their clamps fitted at the end. Fuel pipe vibration on diesels can cause splits and breakages, and that's all going to be bad news in the end. What else was I going to say? Talking up number 2 there, yeah, 32 Newton meters. Did I say that? Yeah, I said that. Pipes on. I missed number 1 pipe. Okay, that means we can put this clamp on and those clamps on, and then we can torque it all up. Beautiful. Yeah. If you want, you do that, and I'll keep yakking, or maybe I'll let you do some yakking as well. Yeah. So, what I was going to say is, hey everybody, remember, if you do want to come and see one of the workshop partners, they're in the VIP group. They're listed in the VIP group. Well, some of them are, some of them aren't. If you can't find what you want, just and you're a client already, just shoot me a text and I'll help you out if I can. But check in the what's it under? Featured, you know, like announcements. Featured in the group. There's all the important stuff like that. But I think we're going to wrap this one up for today. I don't know if there's going to be another video today, or another one on the, maybe one more on this vehicle sometime a bit later. See how we go. You were talking about dinner before. Now I'm hungry. Doesn't seem that late, but hey, I'll eat anytime.
We've earned it.
What else, man? What else can we say before we wrap it up?
I would say cleanliness is huge. So we run 2 benches here. One that has all our stuff when we point it off, and that's a separate bench in a separate area here to the new parts, cleaned parts bench.
Yep, that's it.
So that we're only touching the stuff and putting it on that's clean from that bench and not from the other bench.
That's it. So if people haven't got a clean environment, plenty of benches and tables and stuff like that,
yeah.
For something that
camp table.
Yeah, that's it. If they can get set up, that's it. But a separate table with everything, all the clean parts and parts that have been cleaned, keep it completely separate. Don't mix it up with your dirty, messy, old parts type bench. And these, you're only meant to be, I think it's 5 Newton meters. I forget, to be honest. I haven't checked it for years. But what I'll say is they get older, right? And if you don't tighten it much and it doesn't hold, they can't move, right? So I want to demonstrate. See how that moves still? I don't care what the torque spec is, everybody. Like I said in the other videos, right? We don't want, they'll move with vibration. So what we need to do is get that right between the 2 bends. That's what you want. That's why there's marks there. And nip them up a little bit more and test it a little bit more until they don't slide. I don't care if they're over. It's because the rubber's gone a bit squashed over the years. 18 years we said, didn't we?
18 years.
Right? And it just needs a bit more to get it, to make sure it holds those pipes and it doesn't slide. Got a bit of rain. We'll wrap this one up. Bada bing, bada boom. Catch you on the next one.